Looking to trade your old bulk for some of the latest Pokemon booster boxes? Well, check ccgcastle.com. The process is very simple. Send in 1400 cards and get a brand new sealed booster box back. We ship boxes worldwide for free once we get your cards. Make sure to check video description or check ccgcastle.com for more informations. How's it going, Pokefans? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Today's video, I will play a little bit with Max's Yveltal, featuring, of course, some other interesting cards like Tapu Lele, Tauros-GX, Darkrai for the free retreat, and Gallade, of course, for the Russian retreat. The main strategy of this deck, of course, is to try possibly turn 1 setup, either way Archeops or Gallade, or at least turn 2. So you can just, with Archeops, prevent your opponent from being able to play evolution Pokemon from his hand. Archeops can easily counter decks like, let's say, Greninja, like the CGI. It can also block Trevenant and some other decks that will not use advantage of Evosoda and Wally. On the other side, Gallade can help in a mirror match where you can just use Premonition and Sensitive Blade for like 130 or 260 against Darkrai, which is a very good attack. Of course, with the Tapu Lele, we don't need to play anymore like we used to play before. Our Jirachi with 90 HP. Right now we have Tapu Lele with 170 HP, plus we can also use Energy Drive for like double course energy. I was also thinking a little bit about maybe taking one Rainbow Energy for the Tapu GX, but at the end I just decided not to do it. Also, I decided to take one Tauros-GX simply because I can Ninja Boy into it, so I also think how might not be that bad to have one GX attack available. In addition to that, I also decided to play with one copy of Rhino Yveltal, just because of that Pitch Black Spear can definitely be good for that damage pad on those Shaymins. And of course, our main attack will be Yveltal-EX. Backup can also be Darkrai, but it's here mainly for the Dark Cloak for retreat. And of course, there's also Shaymin and Gallade from the Boundaries Cross with that Russian ability. Simply with Gallade and Darkness Energy, we can always rush in retreat, so we can avoid those annoying special conditions, for example. So as you can see, I'm running 12 Pokemon, 37 item cards or trainer cards, and 11 energies. From item cards and supporter cards, I'm running 2 copies of Battle Compressors, and definitely can help a lot to accelerate deck and by discarding energies and some other cool cards like Maxie and Archeops and Gallade. Decided to go with just 4 copies of Dark Patch. Of course, Dowsing Machine over Computer Surge, because I feel how Dowsing Machine will make more impact with this little bit also of disruptive version of the deck, because I'm running in addition to that 1 copy of Enhanced Hammer and 1 Delinquent, so definitely can be good. Also, there is 1 copy of Escape Rope, just situational. If you can't escape from your active position, you can always use Escape Rope and force your opponent also to do the same. Rescue Stretcher times 1 instead of the Super Road. We don't need Super Road because we can easily bring back energies with the Dark Badge, so I decided to go with 1 Rescue Stretcher just in case if I need to grab some Pokemon from my disco pile back into my hand, for example Tapu Lele or Shaymin, for extra supporter or setup. 1 copy of Starly Megaphone, so I can get rid of all of my opponent tool cards from play. There are also 2 copies of Trainer's Mails on my list, but to be honest, I was a little bit thinking about just maybe going on without Trainer's Mails and adding 1 more Battle Compressor and 1 Darkness Energy, but later I find how that Trainer's Mail is very useful because it can help me a lot to improve that consistency with setting up my Maxie. 4 Ultra Balls and 4 V Seekers. In addition to that, also 1 copy of Pearl City as a Stadium Decision, so I can easily remove my Shaymin. And maybe also something else with a lot of damage counters from my bench, but I can also limit my opponent from being able to set up turn 1, but Pearl City can also help a lot against, for example, Mega Rayquaza, maybe even against Mega Gardevoir matchup. Supporter line is a little bit longer than usual because it's expanded format. I'm running 1 copy of Delinquent, where I can simply discard a Stadium for play and force my opponent to discard 3 cards from his hand. There's also 1 Getsus, because Getsus is very good in the expanded, and 1 copy of Hex Maniac, of course, just in case if I'm gonna play against Trevenant, Vileplume, Greninjas, where I'm not gonna be able to set up my Archeops. I can always use advantage of the Hexmaniac, 1 Lysander, as well as 1 copy of Max's Hit Boltrick. 6 draw supporters, 2 ends, and this time I'm running 4 Junipers, but it's pretty much the same as the Sycamore. 1 copy of Ninja Boy, where you can simply goes from your Pokemon to Pokemon. For example, from Fractal Yveltal into the Yveltal-EX, or reverse, or even maybe from a damaged Pokemon with like 6 damage counters down to the Tauros, so you can just use Mad Bull for maybe 1-hit knockout. Only 3 Fighting Fear Belts as a tool cards, and 11 energies. 4 of them are going to be double chorus, and 7 of them are going to be darkness energies. And that's pretty much it. That's the deck list that I used to play in the expanded format, and I really like it. I have a lot of success with it. I think I played like 15 games with this build online, and managed to lose only 2 games, so it's definitely good. And I feel how this deck will definitely survive another expanded year. It will depend from where expanded will goes, but if it will go from the black and white to the latest Sun and Moon set, or actually Sun and Moon expansions, I still think it's gonna be very, very good. Yveltal is definitely a good card, and it's still even good in expanded form with those dark patches, and of course Archeops and Gallade. If you're looking for any of these cards, as always, you can find them on tcgcastle.com. TCG Center 5 code will provide you with 5% discount on your first purchase. You can also trade your bulk from one of the latest sealed booster boxes, so make sure to check my video description where you can find the link for that promotion. And that's it. So let's try to play some games so you can actually see this deck in action. So see you in the game. Alright, so let's take a look at the opening hand. So my opening hand will be Yveltal, Yveltal-EX. And on the other side, I'm gonna play against Garchomp featuring Carbink Break. Alright, this is still an interesting deck, to be honest, and I really like it. Garchomp is very underrated card, but with the new GX release, it's not good as it was in the past. So there's a Flowstone, but it's oh no, I had almost perfect start here for that Archeops, but my opponent just decided to end me. And yeah, I get pretty much nothing. Well played for that end. Well played for that end. That end was just so big. Really it was. Alright, so 1 Pearl City. 3 down to my opponent. More than that, 1 just Juniper for like 7. Maybe I can find myself a Dark Patch. And Energy, which is gonna be the case. Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm not sure where even I should put that energy card, because I have Ninja Boy available, and let it be on the KLDO. I'm passing my turn for now. If I can top deck energy cards, still I can swap into my Tauros, but never mind. There's another end. There's another end, and I'm definitely gonna need Tauros, but Tauros is gonna be so weak against Carbink, because Carbink can just 1-hit knock on my Tauros without too many problems, because he's weak on defining. And so far, I'm in a huge trouble. I'm definitely gonna need something like a Hexmaniac, so I can start to apply some pressure to my opponent. I can definitely get access to my Hexmaniac here. There is not too many question about it, because I have Battle Compressor, but the question is the Hexmaniac in my deck? Nope, it's not. It's in my discard pile, which is even better. Let's just discard 1 energy in addition to that, and 1 Maxie. Interesting thing here is that I can also put my Archeops in play. Why not to do that? Why not to do that, actually? Tauros for the bench. energy for my Yveltal, Dark Patch for like, let's see, Dark Patch for like another Yveltal, a V-Seeker for Maxie. I can put my Archeops in play, which means that my opponent will not be able to play any evolution so far. Plus I can draw 5 cards. And more than that, I'm just thinking about rushing and staying with my Keldeo in the front for like a turn. Next turn I can play Getses, and I can possibly get some other resources. Yeah, but if I want to max out my opponent Carbink break, I'm definitely looking for the V-Seeker play and for the Hex Maniac, but I already have 2 V-Seekers in my discard pile, or at least Lysander play. So I can maybe Lysander and knock out his Gable, or maybe possibly Regirock for the one-hit knockout, but knocking out Regirock is not going to be that easy. There's a Lysander play, and he decided to goes for my Yveltal. I would personally go, to be honest, for Darkrai, because he have free retreat option and can provide much more influence in the game. But it is how it is. He decided to knock out my Yveltal, which was a mistake in my opinion. Let's see, Ultra Ball. And I'm searching for the Shaymin. Shaymin will probably give me the option to draw like 6 cards and maybe find at least Dowsing Machine for the Hex Maniac. Or at least V-Seeker. That's the cards that I'm looking for. There we go. Ooh, no sign of it. Okay, at least I can scrap some energies and tools and still be able to play my Ultra Ball before I decide to Juniper for like a 7. I'm not gonna need my Friday Night Yveltal here, that's for sure. So let's just keep going on with the Juniper for 7. And finally something huge here. Let's just retreat down to the Keldeo and let's just pass the turn. Finally I managed to find the V-Seeker, but I also have Dowsing Machine. So I can grab myself either way a Lysander play or Hex Maniac, but in this case it's definitely going to be a Hex Maniac play. And there's Kukui, which means he can strike for like 60 with the Power Gem if he wants. Or maybe prepare his another Carbink with the Diamond Gift. No, he decided just to go straight away. Okay, V-Seeker play. And it's for the Hex Maniac. Of course, I will be greedy master here, and I'm just gonna play Hex Maniac and my Evil Bull for the knockout. But right now, when I played my Hex Maniac, I actually gave opportunity to my opponent to maybe rare candy into his Garchomp, which on the other side can also be a big disadvantage. But at least for now, there's a Floatstone. And oh, strong energy this time attached to his Regirock. Alright, I like that. I like to see that mainly because I can just, you know, right now try to start apply some pressure with my Tauros-GX onto my opponent Carbink. And I'm striking for like 70 with a Horn Attack. Not looking forward to waste any of my resources that I actually have at this moment in my hand. So let's just strike for like a 70. Ooh, there's an Enhanced Hammer. How many double course energies I have? Probably like 2 more left. Ooh, interesting. He decided to keep my double course energy attached on my Tauros. Well, maybe he's hoping for the Floatstone, so he can probably knock me out with his Bedrock Press, but it looks like that's not gonna happen. However, there's another Fighting Fury Belt. And I'm still in search for that. Oh, no way. Okay. Keep going on with my energies. I'm gonna need them as much as I can. Let's just Horn Attack for the knockout. Of course, right now my opponent will just strike for 240 and knocks out my Tauros with the one-hit knockout with his Regirock. But the good thing is that I can respond knocking him back with my Evil Ball. I have like 120. I have actually 110, 130, 150, 170, so one more energy will be more than enough for the knockout against his Regirock. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 170. So yeah, one more energy for like 190. And yeah, that's the knockout as expected. Yeah, I would like to see probably right now something like a N, so I can put my opponent down to 2 cards. Ooh, double cores energy. Never mind. Just looking forward maybe to trade my Shaymin with the Ninja Boy for another Yveltal here in case of the N, so I can have, you know, opportunity to set up 190. That's the knockout against my opponent Regirock. And there's another V-Seeker and a Darkness Energy. So even if he decides to promote his Carbink and maybe stall, I can V-Seeker for Hex. But first, what I'm gonna do, it's gonna be a Lysander play for his Gable. And then again, it's gonna be probably another Lysander play for his Gable on the bench. So there's a V-Seeker, so that V-Seeker might be for N. Oh, it's gonna be for Lysander. As long as I have energy on my KLD, I don't need to worry. Because I can simply just retreat for free, or stand in retreat. But that's the main part and main strategy of the deck. With the Archeops, you can just easily avoid your opponent evolutions. So he simply can't evolve without Yveltal, Wally, or maybe some other effect of the attack or ability that some Pokemon actually have. So let's just Y-Siphon right now. And let it be 1 double cores energy down to my another Yveltal. So I'm down to 1 prize. It's another Dark Patch. Of course, Carbink is going to be promoted in the front. Even with the Carbink break, strong energy, and muscle band, my opponent can strike for like 60, which is still not enough for the knockout against my Keldeo. He have Kukui for even extra 20 damage, but I think this is pretty much it. Since I have V-Seeker available, I can either way V-Seeker for the Hex Maniac, or I can just grab Lysander and play Lysander and simply knocks out my opponent Gable on the bench. But I just decided to go with my Hex Maniac and for the knockout against my opponent Carbink. So at the end, I managed to take victory here, even after the start was not the best one. I mean, it's true that I managed to get Archeops in play, but still against those Carbinks, it didn't look promising until I managed to find the Hex Maniac and knocks out his Carbink break, where my opponent later was not able to recover from the game. Alright, so my opening hand looks like probably I will have all I really need here for the turn 1 Getses. Ultra Ball for 2 Darkness Energies, for Gallade, then another Ultra Ball. Yep, I think I will have exactly enough resources. 2 Ultra Balls, plus that energy in my hand. So I can grab that turn 1 Archeops and play and completely destroy my opponent's opportunity to even be able to set up with his Serperior in play. Okay, so Ultra Ball for energy and Getses, for Archeops. No, I don't need extra cards. Trainer's Mail. Alright, let's just first go with the Ultra Ball for the Getses and for that Darkness Energy. So I can grab that Archeops. Then I can Ultra Ball for that Archeops and for my VS Seeker. And of course grab myself Tapu Lele for my Maxie. Before of course I decide to do that, let's just play Trainer's Mail and see what we can find with it. Battle Compressor sounds like a good idea. That's for sure, because I have two different options. The first one is to discard my Gallade and of course my energy. Then I can simply set up my Tapu Lele GX, and with my Tapu Lele I can grab myself Maxie. With the Maxie I can put on the bench my Archeops, and since my opponent play Evolution deck, I'm really not sure how he's gonna recover from that. And that's it. I'm passing my turn for now. I could even retreat to my Tapu Lele to use my Dark Badge. Decided better not to do it. So yeah, I might just see right now my opponent concede. Oh, there's a Wally, so he actually have opportunity to place his Servine, but still this ability will not work, so there's just 20 damage counters from the Wine Whip. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna Sycamore for 7 to see if I can maybe find two Dark Patches, Keldeo, or maybe somehow opportunity for the knockout. I do have opportunity for the knockout because I have Dowsing Machine for the Dark Patch, and with my Dark Patch I can simply grab another energy, attach it to my Yveltal, retreat for free with my Darkrai in the front, and strike with my Evil Ball for like 80, which is enough for the knockout. And unfortunately that's the GG for my opponent. Okay, so I'm starting first. Let's take a look at the opening hand. What we can find here, just one copy of Yveltal. Alright, that's it. Interesting. If I can maybe top deck Battle Compressor. Ooh, Battle Compressor as a top deck would be so nice. Definitely it would be, because with a Battle Compressor as a top deck I could definitely set up either way Archie, either way Maxie's Archeops or Gallade. It will depend on the type of the deck that my opponent will use on the other side. So waiting a moment to see, waiting for a moment to see what's gonna be on the other side. And it's a Leopard. Oh, Battle Compressor is a top deck. No way, you gotta be kidding me that this is happening. Maxie's here, so that's it. Thinking about Ultra Ball for these two cards, and thinking about just grabbing that Darkrai, putting my Darkrai on the bench, attaching energy, playing my Dark Patch, attaching energy to my Darkrai on the bench, then using my VS Seeker for the Maxie. And I'm still thinking about grabbing myself a Archeops, just because I'm looking at that alone Vulpix on the bench, so I really want to use advantage over it. I really don't want to let my opponent to evolve into his Ninetales. So yeah, let's just see what he's capable to do with his Lapras in the front. I had pretty much perfect start. I really can't get better start than the start that I managed to get. So just waiting to see what my opponent can do. I mean, he can definitely goes with the energy attachment and with the collect. But as long as I have my Archeops in play, there is no chance that he can play evolution Pokemons from his hand to evolve them. Of course, he can always use the effect of the Evosoda, Wally, or something like that. Let's say Energy Evolution Eevee with the ability, but nothing else will help him. So there's one Dive Ball, which is going to be for a Manaphy, and of course as long as he have Manaphy he can retreat for free. I'm just looking forward to strike with my Y-Cyclone next turn for like 100. Oh nice, Battle Compressor. Let's see what we can find with the Getses. Ooh, V-Seeker, Aqua Patch, Dive Ball. Not bad at all. I definitely don't need Friday Night Yveltal here, that's for sure. So I'm just gonna get rid of it for something like a Keldeo, so I can have that Pokemon for the further treat. Energy and something like a Dark Patch. Oh yeah, I forget how my opponent actually have Rhapsodies in his hand, so I can just get rid of the item cards, not of the trainer cards, because then the Getsus would be so broken. Anyways, there's a Rhapsody, so he can heal the damage from his Manaphy, but he can also heal the damage from the Lapras in the front. But so far I'm just doing good. I mean, for next turn I have that double CORSAIR energy, which means I can just retreat down to my Evil Ball. Oh, he decided to promote Vulpix in the front and use Beacon. Fair enough. Fair enough. He can search himself like 2 Pokemons. I need something like a V-Seeker as a top deck so badly. I mean, okay, I pulled the price card here, plus... Oh, really? He decided to concede. Well, yeah, I mean, managed to put that Archeops in play, and that was pretty much it. That was the key to success here. I mean, Archeops in play, and yeah, that's it. My opponent just decided to concede, because turn 1 Archeops just completely destroys fun of every deck in expanded format if it's evolution on the other side. So yeah, that's it pretty much. I mean, it happens to me all day. I can't record a normal match because all of my opponents just decide to concede. But I played against 3 evolution decks just to show you how Archeops is overpowered, how the card is powerful. And in the game number 1, I just managed to beat that Carbink with the Garchomp. Game number 2, Serperior didn't even manage to go through the turn 2. And the game number 3, Alolan Ninetales with the Lapras-GX wasn't able to do anything because Getsus was so broken, and that Archeops just prevent my opponent from being able to set up, and that's it. I mean, there's a deck list. I think how Yveltal will definitely survive the expanded format as long as there's Archeops and Getsus to help you limit your opponent opportunities to play evolutions from his hand, like Greninjas, like the CGIs, like Alolan Ninetales. But to avoid that problem, I definitely think how those decks should run something like a Evosoda and Wally, so they can definitely avoid that Archeops threat. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Let me know also what you think about this deck in the comments below. So till the next time, have a nice day and goodbye.